Hey nerds, let's open up this new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles April figure from NECA. Let's get her out of this box. Speaking of the box, let's take a quick look. NECA always does a good job. We have the VHS kind of labeling on the side. Volume number 11, that's always cool. Great pictures on the back, description of the figure. Again, the labeling on this side. Let's see, open this up. There's always beautiful artwork on this side. That's a great photo of April. And then of course, the figure right here through the window. Now we can open this up and get her out. Alright, so here's April, but of course we gotta cut all these plastic ties to get her out of the packaging, so I'm gonna do that. But first, can you see what's wrong with the figure? Take a quick second to look, pause the video if you need to. If you couldn't find it, it's right here, check it out. She's got two left hands. So, problem number one, but let's get the figure out of this plastic and take a closer look. Well, now that we've cut all the ties off, let's take a look at the accessories. She's got these open hands with the fingers spread apart. She has these open hands with the fingers together. She has two thumbs up or thumbs down hands, however you want to use them. She has two hands making a peace sign, and she has two pointer finger hands. And then we have this contraption right here that they use to lock her up. I forget exactly what the technical name of it is, but it does open like this, so you can put the figure inside. First I thought you might have to slide it over the figure, but no, that's way easier. We have the Hare and the Tortoise book. Doesn't open, but I have a nice picture on the back. And then we have this statue, and you will notice a lot of these accessories actually came with the first 2-pack version of April as well. We have this potted plant. We have a pizza monster. We have this plant here, kind of reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. I forget what the plant is in the cartoon. Some of you experts out there can remind me. We have the little old lady picture frame. We have her turtle comm, which does actually open and close. We have her portable Channel 6 news camera, and this does actually move right there as well. And then we have her portable tape recording device. You guys got to remember that this was created in the 80s, and we didn't have cell phones back then. Then we have the wireless microphone. And then we have her first alternate head, which has a blindfold on. And then we have the second alternate head, which has a kind of open mouth smile. Let's take a look at the April figure now. We have a nice head sculpt, closed mouth smile. The back of the figure, of course, is always a darker shade than the front. That's just the way that NECA does the tune line. Pretty nice looking figure overall. Again, two left hands though. We can point out a few issues right off the bat. I've noticed her boots kind of have a yellow tint to it. You might not be able to see it in the light, but there's definitely some like bleed over of the yellow paint onto the white. For some reason, NECA likes to paint over the joints, which look great in the box, but as soon as you move it, all that paint right there is just gonna chip off of her. See that? It just comes right off. So it's gonna look like just plastic underneath. I don't get why they just don't use the right color plastic in the first place. So I used some heat to loosen all the joints, and now we can run through the articulations. So let's start off with the feet here, that they do point straight down and pretty far up. And they have the little ankle rocker in there as well. And again, you can see where the paint kind of wore away from getting the joint loose. The knees are still a little stiff, but they do move, and they are double jointed. The hips twist on the inside, and they come out that far, out to the side. Not really back at all, but this plastic is soft to give you that little movement. She just has a torso cut here where she spins, a little bit lean left and right, not really too much ab crunch. Shoulders go up about that far, they do spin all the way around. We have double jointed elbows, and they do rotate inside the bicep and inside the forearm. And then the hands also have articulation as well. And then again, you can see where the paint started to come off from moving the joint, which is pretty typical for the ankles, elbows, and knees of these figures. And then the head goes all the way around both ways. Doesn't really look down too far or up, not too much movement that way, and not too much lean left and right. So I did swap the head to the more smiley look, and I realized that these are different face shapes and different hair designs, and the one that actually came on the figure did seem to like sit a little bit lower on the neck. Her neck looks a little bit longer now to me, but still not bad. People do like to complain about the neck. I don't know why. They always find something to complain about with April, and that seems to be the complaint with this figure, but to me, it looks alright. And there you go, nerds. That's a look at the new NECA TMNT Ultimate April figure. Let me know what you think in the comments.